you say? You singing Sizzla over there?
No.
Give him a little Sizzla. Come on, Alex, give him a little Sizzla.
Mash them dungaroos.
There we go. Y'all, welcome to episode 43 of Soccer Situations. Let's hit that little theme. This week, Jurgen and Pep play out the last chapter of their notebook-esque romance. And Liverpool and Man City played out a little game in the background. We find out if we're rotating the lead kit on the rack in the studio. And we gallivant across multiple tiers of Europe.
Sounds like a good time.
Soccer
My monitor is so low.
situation.
Todd learns how to stay on camera this week. And
Rolling away.
yeah. What's up, dude?
You know, just hanging out. Busy weekend.
Fighting the urge to be smug.
Yeah, precisely.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, let's do some podcast admin first.
All right.
We got to push the socials, you know.
Of course.
First things first, Patreon update. We know there was a big game today.
Massive.
And we've released on the Patreon 2 new posts, live audio of Alex and I watching the second half of first the Manchester Derby,
Yep.
and then the second half of today, Liverpool hosting Manchester City. We
Both.
include a little F1 starting light time chime system, so if you want to jump on the cock and queue up the replay of those games, you can time the kickoff to our watch and then watch along with me and Alex.
Yeah, for the second half of those games.
Sounds fun, right?
Yeah.
We decided this
It was
is going
fun.
to be, these are the first 2 episodes in a series of 3 on the Patreon. I was going to call them the City Files because that was the
'Cause it's
first
funny.
stupid thing that popped into my head. But I decided to call it Title Mania
Title Mania.
in honor
That's
of
probably better.
looming WrestleMania,
Yeah.
you know?
Ooh.
Yeah. So right now on the Patreon, Title Mania episodes 1 and 2 are up. Go on, jump on the cock, queue up the game, jump to the second half, and listen along with us.
Give it a listen. It's
a lot
pretty
of fun.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be, but I
It
think
might be
it is.
terrible.
It's
but
it's
I think
kind
it
of
was
an
a good time.
experiment. That's what Patreon content is, right?
Yeah. Right?
We've promised more for the Patreon, and we're delivering. Don't complain.
It's behind the scenes access.
Why are they complaining?
Our ideas first. You know, we might do this for everybody at some point.
Yeah, maybe we'll do full matches,
Right?
you know?
It's possible.
But anyway.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's patreon.com/soccer situations.
Check it out.
It's $5 a month. I have a luxury version where if you want to voluntarily pay $10 a month, you can do that just to be awesome.
Just to be nice.
But it's the same content as $5 a month. So jump on, say I got 5 on it, and then put 5 on it and listen to soccer with me
and
and
listen to
Alex.
some random soccer stuff we do.
Yeah. Elsewhere across the socials, be sure to hit up Instagram.com/soccer situations podcast.
Follow along.
Yeah. We're on the YouTubes as well, of course. The easiest way to find all the socials, go to soccersituations.com. You'll
Boom.
find
It's all
handy
there.
links for all of them on the website, including the latest videos and TikToks embedded right there on the site. You don't even have to click through if you don't want.
It's the best way to find all the content.
Watch them
So easy.
safely in the comfort of our homepage. Oh, yeah, another thing I want to start mentioning is, y'all, sign up for our email list on the website. If you go down to the bottom of the page on the website, you can throw in an email. Look at me and Alex and tell me that we're going to spam you. We're not going to spam you.
Definitely
We're going to
not.
be too lazy almost to send out real newsletters, let alone spam. So jump on there. I've been having serious thoughts about giving away a couple of the kits from the rack behind you there.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I've got my eye on one in particular that I know I'm never going to fit into.
Right?
And I think it would make a sick giveaway for people to sign up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Anyway. Do you have anything for Casual Corner, Alex? What's been going on in your week?
Oof.
Alex
I
took a
had
little trip to Cincinnati. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah. Yeah, took a little trip. Took a whirlwind 48-hour trip to Cincinnati.
First time in Cincinnati, right?
First time in Cincinnati.
Did you have the chili?
I didn't have the chili. No.
Oh, I wanted
No.
your take on that because I hate it.
You know, it's funny.
They're serious about it.
Is I know they love it, and when I heard about it and was thinking about it and like looking at it, I didn't really have any interest.
It's not good.
Yeah, I didn't really care. We
There-
just ate some like local places that were good.
There used to be a Cincinnati chili place, oddly, in Lakeview, right by the old Intelligentsia there.
Oh, really?
And when I lived there at Belmont and Broadway,
Like
I would go
Skyline
there.
Chili or whatever.
Yeah. This place was called Chili Max Five Way. And Five Way is the thing they do too.
Oh, okay.
Yes. They put spaghetti in their chili and they think it's a new food. But that place had
terrible.
dope pizza. Really, really good pizza.
Really?
So I used to go there all the time.
That's funny.
And my friend Corinne, who I mentioned now lives in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
At the time, she was a big Chicago head, but she loved the chili there. Her and her friends already were like
Big chili
Cincinnati
heads?
chili heads.
That's
And
so
I was
funny.
like, this is ground beef with seasoning. This
Yeah.
is like hamburger helper. This isn't chili.
Yeah, not at all.
They get mad, though.
Yeah.
They're like, we put spaghetti in it. It's 5 ways.
Yeah, it's not as good as like a Detroit Coney dog.
Love the city of Cincinnati. It's very pretty.
Very interesting. I did not expect that.
Sorry to go off on my own tirade about
No,
that. Back to
no.
Alex.
No, it's funny. Cincinnati. I was not knowing like what to expect really. I'd heard it's like a cool hip city,
Yeah.
but I didn't know like landscape wise how cool it was
Right.
and architecture wise
Ultra,
how cool
ultra
it was.
hilly. Yeah.
There's like weird, like looks like little neighborhoods of like San Francisco or something up on a hillside,
Old brick buildings.
but they're like kind of separated, so it's just like random. Like there's a couple of random ones.
Have
and
you
then,
been to Portland?
No, I haven't been
It's
to Portland
not
yet.
unlike Portland.
Really?
In terms of like the kind of age and elevation.
Yeah.
Like,
It was nice. I liked it.
cool.
But yeah, we went down there to Deeper Roots. Thanks for hosting us, Deeper Roots. That was very nice of you to let us come down there.
Awesome.
Checking out potential roaster, new roaster for Littlefoot Coffee.
That's really exciting.
Yeah. Try not to get too excited. A lot of steps to go here along the way, but it's a beautiful machine. Beautiful vintage machine.
Right on, dude.
Yeah. Have some roots, like have some history with these type of machines. Be a
Yeah.
good story to tell for Littlefoot.
Right on, dude. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, we'll reveal more about that as it goes.
Yeah. I'm really excited too. I don't want to, steal your thunder.
Yeah.
Drop the heat.
No, it's
But,
it's exciting,
yeah.
exciting stuff.
Yeah,
but
I
I'll
am
definitely
excited
be
about
like
it.
teasing it as the thing goes around longer.
Right.
This process goes further. I'll be teasing it more
Right.
when I feel confident that we're gonna get it.
Cool. Right on. And as if that's not enough Littlefoot talk, let's take a little break, and then we'll come back and talk. We'll go to the soccer. This episode of Soccer Situations is brought to you by Littlefoot Coffee. I mean, what can I say about Littlefoot Coffee? They're not just friends of the pod, they're family of the pod, quite literally. Alex started Littlefoot years ago after more than a decade of roasting experience, roasting coffee for some of the hottest, most fashionable, and most importantly, tasty specialty coffee roasters in America. My favorite thing about it is that it's just really high-grade coffee without a drop of pretense. You're not going to find a bunch of weird, savory notes that the roaster is passing off as intentional. It's just really sweet, comforting flavors that everybody wants in their coffee. And now, for a limited time only, you can get 15% off at littlefootcoffee.com. Promo code Situations. Once again, you can get 15% off at littlefootcoffee.com using the promo code Situations. Yeah, and we're back.
Boom.
Big time back. Yeah, so let's open with Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1. We just came off this game. That was the headline game of the weekend. It's fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about it, honestly.
Yeah.
You would think I'd feel, I don't know, if there was a time I'd feel more upset about dropping points at Anfield
Mm-hmm.
in a title race against these bastards.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier in the day we knocked them around a few times in the past, and it always felt so good.
Yeah.
We didn't quite get that today, but I would still almost say we got a statement performance from Liverpool.
I would say, yeah, I would feel confident in the way the team's heading with that performance.
So-
it was a very controlled performance.
Yeah, coming from someone with, I have this chip on my shoulder this year, is all the dick sucking and dick riding for Pep Guardiola as the greatest of all time.
Right.
You know, I was always like able to roll my eyes at that, but now with Jurgen leaving and his legacy kind of on the line, it's really annoying me.
Yeah.
And all the talk, how long have Liverpool been top of the league? And before us, it was Arsenal. It wasn't City.
Yeah.
You know, and regardless, all the talk all this time has been it's inevitable that City are going to take the lead eventually.
Yeah.
No one has really believed. And what I saw today is not a team that was like, we were the better team in that game.
You were the better team in that game.
City is not this inevitable giant. You know?
No, it didn't feel like it at all. Holland was not in the game one bit.
No.
They were frustrated as hell.
Yeah. Without that outlet, De Bruyne looked really frustrated.
They had to make changes, like pretty big changes, to like try and get a hold of the midfield in the game.
In the second half especially. Yeah. I will say, you know, to a certain extent, it was a game of two halves. I'll say the first half was pretty even. You know, there was a push and pull, but they had
started hot
of assertion, definitely.
They came out and attacked really aggressively.
Yeah.
And it looked like they were going to be on top.
Yeah.
But slowly, Liverpool wrestled it back.
Yeah, we grew into it. And in the second half especially, we had so many chances. Luis Diaz could have put the game to bed.
Yeah,
I'm not going to hate on him, you know, because he was creating so much, and he had a hell of
He
a
was
game.
really good.
Had a hell of a game, but he missed some real chances. Yeah.
He was ripping people down that left wing.
Good dribbling, too. There's going to be some good highlights out of that at least.
Yeah, for sure.
But goals from John Stones. They had a little bit of a tricky near post corner situation. And then Liverpool earned a penalty. McAllister tucked it away nicely. The goals weren't particularly interesting.
Yeah, not for how good of a game it was.
Right.
They definitely weren't like highlights of the game, really.
Right.
They're like, yeah.
Right. There was a late penalty claim in the 98th minute. Doku kicked Alexis McAllister right in the chest, kind of came down and...
Yeah, went for the ball and followed through with a cleat to the chest.
Yeah. It was pretty clumsy. You've seen them given. I think if it wasn't in the 98th, it probably would have been given.
Yeah.
It didn't enrage me in the moment, though, did it?
I was shocked that you weren't that mad.
Yeah.
But also, that made me be like, maybe it wasn't that bad.
But it was.
But then afterwards, like scrolling on my phone, I'm like, every reaction is just like,
yeah, we got fucked.
And then I was looking at it again. I'm like, yeah, it was bad. Easily could have been a penalty. Definitely probably should have been a penalty.
Yeah, dude. Jurgen was pretty upset about it. What I really liked that he said is either I'll have someone come and tell me why that's not a penalty. He goes, football people look at that and they say penalty. Yeah. But I'll have someone come and tell me why it's not a penalty, or I'll have Howard Webb come and apologize. Either way, the result's the same, so it doesn't matter what I think.
Yeah.
That was his response, which is fucking sick.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only way you can handle it.
Right. But yeah, that was frustrating, you know. I think, and I saw someone comment this on BBC Live Text, that since the Tottenham game with the Luis Diaz goal ruled out offside when he was yards onside.
Yeah.
And offside is supposed to be black and white. Like there's no reason that shouldn't have been
Yeah.
Like after that incident, I just feel so broken, I think. Like when stuff like this happens now, you just feel like, oh yeah, we just get fucked. That's just how it
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the points on the board, dude, if you want this to be an authentic title race. Let's go.
Honestly.
Know?
Yeah.
Points for apologies, please. Let's put that in the rule set.
I mean, why not, right?
A PM goal apology is good for 2 points.
2 points.
You know? But anyway, it's funny, I talked myself into being a little salty right here. I actually feel more angry right this moment than I did watching the game.
Yeah, you weren't that fired up during the game at all.
No, it's true. I was pretty high and laying in the sun.
Yeah.
It
was a pretty nice environment to be watching some good football in.
Yeah, it was nice. Kitty cats all over the room.
Yeah, everyone was chilling.
Yeah, the story was Virgil versus Holland in the game, though, right?
Yeah.
Virgil pocketed him.
And Virgil, dominated
Holland didn't touch the ball, I feel like.
I hardly saw him at all.
And, Virgil was sick. Saw lots of him.
Yeah, he
Crazy
dominated.
Long diagonal passes, awesome tackles, great recoveries, great covering and leadership for the young right side.
Yeah, he was bossing at the back.
Yeah, he looked sick as hell, dude. Little point of note, De Bruyne, you pointed this out during the game. De Bruyne was snapping at Pep as he was taken off for Kovacic.
Yeah.
Guardiola went full turtle mode in the end of this match.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were on top
Yeah.
and getting, like, a lot of chances at that point.
They had no foothold in the midfield at all.
And he took De Bruyne off to get a little control with Kovacic.
Kevin did not like being
and he was not happy about it.
No, little Kev was mad, dude.
He said something to Pep. He, like, yelled at the coaches.
Yeah.
Him and Pep had a little private talk afterwards.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't look happy.
Yeah, but I think that's the best bit of evidence, honestly, that I'm not being biased when I say we were well on top in that game. We were the better team.
They were extremely frustrated.
They were shook right there.
Yeah.
Both Pep and De Bruyne were not feeling good about the match in that moment. You know?
Yeah, they were scared.
Yeah. But anyway, I have a little postscript here to soothe myself.
Yeah, a little...
It's been reported by Sky, by The Athletic, by Romano, and just about everybody that Liverpool have found their new sort of upper management team system, and that is bringing Michael Edwards back in a leadership role that will encompass a greater role than what he had before.
Yeah, they're giving him more.
He's going to work for FSG, I think, and oversee a sports data department, I think, that encompasses all of their sporting programs.
Oh, wow.
Is my guess. I've heard it's going to be an overarching position, but Liverpool is also going to be entirely under his purview.
Okay.
But he is expected to appoint a sporting director under him for Liverpool. Okay. And that is Bournemouth's guy, whose name I don't have off the top of my head. Because
that's cool.
You know, but I like him. He's a really like kind of silver fox, handsome guy. And
yeah.
And he's built a nice little Bournemouth team.
Yeah. They're a good team.
Super sought after. Edwards supposedly really, really rates the guy.
Oh,
and that's
perfect.
Key, dude. We're handing Michael the reins, it sounds like.
Yeah, he should get to have a say in that for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago on this podcast, I think back in the fall, I speculated that I might rate Michael Edwards more than anybody in all of football, just based on how panicked I get whenever I see a headline that he's going to join somebody else.
Somebody else that you hate.
He's been approached by Manchester United. He's been approached by Chelsea.
Yeah, they've all tried.
He's had talks with like Real Madrid have shown interest, and he's rebuffed everybody in favor of being independent since then. But every time I saw those headlines, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, right.
So
stressful.
To be apparently, it's not official yet, but bringing him back into the fold is such a nice silver lining for today's frustrations.
Yeah.
And
with Klopp going out.
Exactly.
Just feels good.
It's a really nice,
it's a little warm comfort blanket.
Glimpse of the future.
Yeah.
Like FSG is still going to slay post-Klopp.
They're still making the right choices.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Enough Liverpool.
Gotta feel good.
Let's move on to the next third of the title. the other part of the title race. Menage-a-title. I'm going to have to edit that somehow to make me not sound
leave
idiot.
that in there. It's funny.
So, with Liverpool drawing with Manchester City.
Yes. We
have to figure out, are we rotating the kits?
I think we are. I think we have to.
Take a look, Alex. Get up and make it happen.
Take a look at that title, that standings right now. It's looking pretty nice.
I don't want you to draw it out this much. Get up and rotate the kit. God damn it. At least he remembered to turn off his microphone when he did it, so we're not getting tons of clicks and clacks and bleeps and bloops right now. Live kit rotation. I've never made him endure this humiliation on pod. I always just have the Liverpool ones. That's the one he's opting for, huh? It's pretty nice, I gotta say. It's day glow. Just gonna need to lower the exposure of your shot now. It's all overexposed.
That's perfect.
Got Alex Mike back?
Yep, I'm back on.
Yeah, folks. With that official ceremony over, let's go to Arsenal 2, Brentford 1. Arsenal top of the league.
Stressful game. I watched that sitting in a car driving 5.5 hours back from Cincinnati.
That's really funny.
Yeah, Rosie and Chris had to sit through the tension of me stressing over this match the whole time.
Remember last weekend when I don't think you realized it, and when I was like, if me and City draw next week, you can go top. You were like, yeah, we can.
I didn't realize we could go top. I was like, oh yeah, we can go top.
Yeah, you can leapfrog both of us, and you gone and did it, Alex.
Yeah, and we got that 7-point cushion on that goal difference too.
Right.
As Declan Rice said in that video that was drafting us, we buzzing, mate, buzzing.
He never stopped saying buzzing, dude.
Oh, buzzing.
Everything's buzzing. Oh, what's that buzzing?
Buzzing. It was so bad.
That's going on the soundboard.
You got to get it.
Other than noting the goal scorers, I don't have a ton of notes, so talk about the game a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's some dramatic moments. So obviously, Arsenal, like Brentford, was one last year. I think that was people a lot of think was like the end of our title or toward the end of our title chances for last season.
Sure.
So there's a lot of tension coming around this match.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game, Arsenal looked great in the first half, dominated. Declan Rice with a beautiful header gives us the 1-0 lead. Everything seems great.
It was such a good header, too.
Yeah, beautiful header. Ben White with a nice cross.
Composed, directed, well directed.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's showing his offensive side a bit more.
Yeah.
With Jorginho playing a little bit more in the team, having some support.
Right.
But yeah, then we had the ultimate dramatic moment. So Ramsdale filling in for David Raya can't play
I couldn't
against
believe it
Brentford.
when I saw this.
Oh, and I love Ramsdale. I love him so much. And yeah, so was it not? It was into the 3 minutes of added time.
Yeah, it was
in the first half.
Yeah, it was. Added time.
Back pass to Ramsdale, and he kind of takes his time a little bit, touches the ball toward the goal to the right, and then takes his time and just gets closed down and blasted off of a player into his own goal.
Loops back into his own goal. You don't see it often, but when you see it, it takes your breath away.
The look on his face,
especially in this situation.
The pain in his eyes.
Why was this situation so much worse, Alex?
So this poor man lost his job after last season, after he was a hero all last season for us.
Yeah, recently brought in as a heralded new talent,
hot new young goalkeeper. Seemed to be the future at Arsenal. Did a great job last year. Didn't really have any moments that he lost that cost us anything.
Fan favorite.
Yeah, fan favorite. Great attitude. Yeah,
good locker room guy.
Yeah, people seem to be really enjoying him. And then, Arsenal go ahead and sign David Raya in the summer.
Another keeper.
You would think, maybe just as backup. We'll see what's happening. Ramsdale's still number one.
I wasn't having that.
It changed.
Yeah.
Immediately.
There's a lot of drama early on about how Mikel was insisting like they were going to rotate. Rotating players is normal. Rotate all my players.
Yeah. Clearly he was not telling the truth about that.
No, that was a load of shit. No one rotates keepers.
No one rotates keepers.
Yeah.
But yeah, poor Ramsdale was kind of kicked to the bench.
Yeah.
Has only really played in the Brentford games. And a couple cup games, like smaller cup games.
So this is embarrassing to admit on a podcast. Raya's on loan?
Yeah, he's on loan this season. I think the rumor is that we're paying $25 million this summer for him.
Okay, there's already
to make a permanent transfer. Yeah,
it's like that would be insane if you didn't have a guarantee buy.
I don't think it's an obligation, but it's like a handshake deal of like Arsenal will buy him for $25 million.
You have first refusal.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you didn't have first refusal and he played amazing this season, that would be
he could get picked off for sure.
It would be so insane of you to disrupt Ramsdale's entire career
and then lose Raya.
Not have, yeah, exactly.
That would be so brutal.
That'd be like old school Arsenal keeper management. This team has not been great with their keeper.
No, keepers aren't our strong suit in our history.
No, you always sell the good ones and keep the idiots.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's so funny.
So frustrating. But yeah, so with all that drama,
right?
Arsenal basically just had the entire second half to try and save it.
Yeah.
Little frustration on the Brentford end. Brentford feels like Kai Havertz should have been sent off for a dive.
How do you feel about that, Alex?
I mean, I can't argue with him. I mean, I'd be frustrated too. Like,
yeah, it would
be soft, but by the rules, if they, he dove, he could have been sent off for a second yellow.
He could have been, yeah. You can't pin the whole game on that if you're Brentford, though. As we were saying, those just don't get called that often in the box. They really don't.
We've seen the free kicks given and the card not shown many times now.
Like we said, it's like Russian roulette for a player to dive in the box like that.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 out of 6 is going to kill you. You're going to get called for it.
Exactly.
Aside from that, it's like pretty harmless.
Yeah.
So, like, stamp it out or don't. But right now, you can't depend on it.
Yeah, no, you can't count on those consistency of calls.
Right.
But yeah, so Kai gets away with it, and then the real stab, the knife in the gut to Brentford is that he goes and gets the winner.
Yeah.
With a pretty nice header. Again, Ben White with another beautiful assist.
Yeah, Ben White.
Ben White's been on absolute fire lately.
Yeah, from the tanning bed.
Yeah, looking good. Looks good on the pitch, and he's performing well.
He's performing well.
No, he looks good, Todd.
Oh,
He's a tanned, beautiful man.
Jeez.
But yeah, Kai Havertz up to 8 goals now.
Good for him.
8 goals and 3 assists. Not bad.
Pretty respectable.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah, he's getting better, and he's
Hit
getting
double
better each
digits,
game.
and that's great, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think he can get there. He's been playing more, and just seems to get more and more comfortable
Right on.
playing up top.
Yeah. Well, Alex, let's talk about the emotional fallout of Liverpool falling off the top of the league down to third.
Yeah.
We talked to back in the fall. We pondered how long this rivalry could stay friendly if we were both pushing for the title.
Yep.
Beautifully enough, we are both still late, or I guess March now, early March, not late February.
Yeah.
Both in it, pushing for the title. We got to,
tight as it gets.
Couple
really.
of months of football left. We have about the same difficulty of fixtures remaining.
Yeah, we
were
just went
looking
through
at
each
that
other's.
earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about the fixtures earlier, and it was just like, we both play most of the same big teams still.
Right.
So.
But yeah, I gotta say, I think when we had that conversation before about this, we didn't yet know that it was Jurgen's last season.
It's true.
And for me, I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say, like, if I didn't admit that adds another sort of emotional charge to it. Like,
big time. Yeah.
I really want to win it. But at the same time, I think I feel pretty good. There was definitely a lot of pressure taken off me when we won in 1920. And I got to admit, like seeing Arsenal go top didn't really make me that mad today. Like, I think I really would be happy to see Arsenal win it.
Yeah.
I think only a City victory is going to make me upset.
It's going to make you really mad.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I mean, you have like a recent title. You have titles you probably should have won.
Yeah.
Other than some, scandalous club.
Yeah. I know we're in kind of a rebuilding phase. I think when you look at Liverpool Arsenal head to head right now, it's pretty clear your team is more along now.
But still, I mean, but look at the way like Jurgen has this team performing. I think you have to think part of that is that emotional energy.
Yeah.
Like they are playing above their level. A lot of those kids.
It really comes back to that chip on my shoulder I mentioned too.
Yeah.
Jurgen's legacy versus Pep's.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm so annoyed at the lack of relative respect he gets. And so I want him to have a big season.
Yeah.
Go out, win another one. If he wins this, it'll put Liverpool on 20 league titles, level with Manchester United.
Yeah.
It would be so massive for him to go out with a league win.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it would make me feel a little better just because I love Jurgen.
Sure.
It would suck losing the title, another title race, 2 tight races in a row. But I mean, you guys have been through that as well.
Of course.
It's not like it's not, it's just okay next season.
A few times. Yep. You just have to go again.
And with the team we have now, I'm very confident that it's like, there is next season.
That's
we'll be
just
there.
it.
I'm not worried about us not competing again.
Right. You're not having fluky seasons now. The foundation is there.
This team is there.
It's a challenge.
If only thing, it's only getting better from here, really.
Right.
So it's gonna be a fun title race as long as we don't both fuck it up somehow and City win it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really frustrating if that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Really frustrating, especially with the doubt, like you said, like. All those stats, I see like 51% City, and then it's like Arsenal are like 17% chance. Liverpool's like 20% chance. Or something.
Why are they
like,
considered gods?
How are they? Like, have you watched any of the season?
Yeah.
And like actually seen these teams perform?
We pushed them around today.
Yeah.
With not our first team.
Yeah. Yeah.
No Salah, and when Salah did come off the bench, he looked kind of rusty as hell.
He look
looked
rusty.
Like donkey balls, to be honest.
Yeah, he looked pretty rough.
He's running miles offside, fucking shanking hits. It was bad. It was bad.
That's fine. Shake off the rust.
Yeah, no.
It's good to see him back.
Fuck City, basically.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move down the table a little bit.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about Aston Villa 0, Tottenham 4.
Villa had the stranglehold on that 4th position, and they're slipping up.
We were almost going to play a special musical number for Aston Villa today, and they dropped the ball.
We're going to have to save it and see if they can hold on.
They're not getting it. Yeah.
Not today.
Tottenham added 2 goals in added time from Son and Timo Werner, who I keep forgetting is there.
Yeah.
So this wasn't as
flattering
much of a
scoreline.
blowout, as the scoreline. It is a little flattering, but
Yeah.
also Villa looked limp dick as hell.
In the second half, they were terrible.
Yeah, they didn't look.
They looked
had
great
anything.
in the first half.
Yeah, we were.
They were
we
bossing it in the
literally
first
discussing,
half.
Man, Villa looks good.
Yeah, they looked confident in the way they were controlling the game. Yeah, they had chances.
I don't know what happened.
They fell apart in that second half.
Yeah.
Tottenham took over.
Postecoglou huddled up in his like igloo jacket in the nasty weather. He looked like
Miserable.
a total Australian dude. He was like a beach baby dude there, just
so
miserable.
mad.
He was like Johnny Utah dude in the 100-year storm at the end.
It's true.
But he got the job done.
He did. Huge win for Tottenham. Huge win.
That is a huge win, and that is a massive,
I think if they
loss for Aston
win
Villa.
their game in hand, they go ahead of Villa now.
They do, yes.
Which is enormous.
Tottenham's got one game in hand, and they'll leapfrog Villa into 4th place.
Crazy.
That 4th place race is by no means over.
No, not even
Neither
close.
of those teams are particularly consistent,
Mm-mm.
and United is lurking behind them.
Yeah.
So somehow still picking up wins. I think I have that on here, actually.
It'd be pretty crazy if United pipped that 4th spot.
Right? Everton gave him a little helping hand this weekend.
Yeah, they did.
I don't have it on the running order, but it was Manchester United 2, Everton 0.
I saw Rashford had a penalty.
2 penalties. Honestly, United should have had a 3rd penalty.
Really?
Everton really just kind of imploded and just
Dyche effect. They were in the wrong mode.
Yes.
They were in terrible tackle mode.
They were in implosion mode, yeah. Tarkovsky just clumsily doing everything wrong in the box. But it wasn't a great game from United either, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too convinced.
Not
if
a
I
magical game
was
of
their
football.
fans. No, it was awful. Let's move down to the relegation fight.
Yeah.
So, with Everton losing, Forest and Luton unable to capitalize.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, I was kind of half watching that Luton game, Luton Palace at the soccer bar down in Old Covington.
I did Luton a little dirty there in that headline. They did score a 96th minute equalizer.
Yeah.
To snatch a point.
They snatched a point.
So
a big point.
Awesome. Huge point for them.
Yeah.
They would have liked 3. But I think they'd be a lot happier than Burnley.
Yeah, Burnley.
On track to get their first 3 points in God knows how long. Have
Yeah.
they had 3 points this year? I feel like I've never seen them win.
I almost never see them win a game.
Vincent Kompany and his entourage outfit prowling the sidelines just loves picking up single points here and there. You know?
Yeah.
And this week they were robbed by Danny Ings, 90+1.
90+1. It's funny because we were watching the Liverpool match, and I saw the ticker. I don't know if there was a goal chalked off or not, but I saw 2-2 at one point, and I was like, oh. And then it went back to 1-2.
Yeah.
And then it's just right away again. It was back to 2-2. I don't know if that was VAR check or what, but
right. So
heartbreaking stuff for Burnley.
Big time. So between Forest, Luton, and Burnley, it's like Everton has a guardian angel, dude.
I know,
they're
right?
not picking up a ton of points, but those
No, their
teams
form is
below
not good.
them are just hanging out.
Yeah.
That little relegation zone dotted line is just pretty much static.
Yeah.
You know.
Sheffield, they have 1 win in their last 5, but they are rock bottom. Burnley and Sheffield are terrible.
Yeah, they're so bad. Right?
Luton was doing all right, but their last 5, they're terrible again. They've been dropping points all over the place.
Yeah, I still kind of believe in them. But
Yeah, they look the most convincing to the eye.
are they going to be one of those teams that you believe in all the way down?
Yeah.
You know? That
Yeah.
does happen
You're they're not
sometimes.
going to get relegated. They'll fight their way out of
this
this.
team's going to pick it up.
Because they're just
gonna put
right
it
there.
together.
They're
But,
3 points back.
Yo,
They're
the
there.
season's winding down. If you're going to put it together, you got to put it together.
Yeah. They need 2 big wins.
Yeah, exactly.
2 massive wins for them could save them.
Right?
Barely.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I've got a little Bundesliga corner dialed in here.
Ooh, yeah. Let's talk a little
Should we check in?
Bundesliga.
We watched Leverkusen, Wolfsburg a little bit today.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
the most interesting game.
Wolfsburg was already down a man, yeah.
Yeah, but Leverkusen remained 10 points clear at the top of Bundesliga.
Still undefeated.
This weekend, Harry Kane scored a hat trick in Bayern Munich. 8-1 trouncing of Mainz.
Bayern's getting mad.
I don't like that.
No, me either.
Harry Kane, the first player to score 4 hat tricks in a debut season.
Yeah, he's having a hell of a season.
It's just like Tottenham, dude. He's going to break all these records and not win anything.
And not win a title. It's unbelievable, dude. It's the perfect story.
Do we need to analyze the importance? Is there some kind of deep analytics about the usefulness of Harry Kane's goals?
Yeah.
Is he a flat track bully? Is he just padding the stats?
Has he been this whole time?
Believe me, mine's is going down. They're shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly.
Is he just banging hat tricks against teams that are struggling?
Has he been doing that his whole career, and that's why he has these amazing numbers, but has never won anything?
I mean, just that fact alone seems to stack up that yes.
Let's
but,
speculate
wildly.
wildly.
Yeah, that is speculate wildly. Yeah,
But
it's
it's wild,
crazy,
right?
I mean, this is just insane.
Yeah.
I think it's every Arsenal fan's dream come true to watch this happen to Harry.
I mean, if we're being actually fair to Harry,
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with him. It's this fluke Leverkusen team coming out of nowhere.
It's extremely unlucky for him.
How often does an invincible team that's not Bayern Munich stroll across the Bundesliga?
Like almost never, yeah.
You know?
So yeah, it's unlucky, but it's very funny.
Yeah. Hilarious stuff, too.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah. As I mentioned briefly, Mainz sadly look to be going down. They're 9 points adrift with 8 games remaining in the Bundesliga.
And they gave up eight against Bayern.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Maybe Klopp will go back to Mainz to revitalize them.
Yeah, bring them back up. A nice project.
That would be sick if he went full circle.
That'd be beautiful. Be a beautiful story.
Right?
He's that kind of guy.
He is that kind of guy. He's a romantic.
He is a romantic.
And he likes Mainz.
Yeah.
But I think he has said he'll never go backwards. He's only forwards.
Interesting.
I think he said something like that when
Yeah.
he came to Liverpool. You know, should we look ahead to the next week?
Yeah, let's chat about it.
All right. There's a real smattering of games.
Yeah.
Tomorrow in the Premier League, again, this is not on the running order, but Newcastle-Chelsea tomorrow.
Big game.
Yeah, it's a big game of the two shit shows.
Big money clubs that don't have their shit together.
Yeah, who knows what to expect.
Yeah. Probably, I would predict a Newcastle win.
Definitely.
Newcastle
actually.
definitely has their shit together more.
Yeah, they're getting more dialed. Chelsea
But you never
just
know
look
with
more and
Chelsea.
more
They're just
embarrassing.
such a wild card.
I'm starting to count less on
Them actually putting a performance
good
together.
Chelsea turning up. I think it's getting
It's true.
worse.
It seems like it's becoming more and more rare when you see a performance from them.
Right. It's not quite the manager's lost the dressing room kind of vibes.
Not that bad.
But it's, what are we doing this year? Let's just look to next year kind of vibes.
Yeah, like this season's done.
Yeah.
Let's just hang in there, get through the matches.
Yeah.
Mid-table, move on.
Right. Yeah. But anyway, after that Premier League game, we hit Europe. Arsenal have a massive
game for Arsenal in the Champions League.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, this is, you saw it in Mikel's post match when he was talking about it. He's talking about the great energy that they're gonna bring.
Now you got to harness it.
Yeah, that the Emirates is gonna bring in that night.
How do you feel about it? They were pretty shit in the first leg.
They were pretty shit in the first leg, which was shocking considering the form we've been in. In the league, we've been unstoppable. But they could not. It looked like the Arsenal from like December.
Yeah.
When we were playing Porto, so it's not going to be easy. If we get that, if we can get we need an early goal. I mean, it's like the cliche thing, I guess, to say you need an early goal, but an early goal makes this game way more fun.
Is there an Arsenal hoodoo in Europe?
I know, right?
Feel? Is there a lack of confidence in Europe?
I think so. Yeah. Even we've had terrible luck in Europe, and we've had terrible runs in Europe.
Yeah.
We've had some heartbreaking losses in the Europa League. We've had, the Champions League final loss was a nightmare.
Yeah, that was horrible. 2006.
Yeah, absolute nightmare loss.
Right. I meant to actually reference that earlier when I was talking about Liverpool looking like the better team.
Yeah.
It'd be like Henry being like, I did not see the magic of Barcelona in this game, or whatever he said.
Salty Henry after that final was the only silver lining after that.
Yeah, that was how I felt today, dude, after that.
I don't know if the ref had a Barcelona shutdown or something.
yeah. Anyway, sorry to steal the thunder.
No, it's a huge match.
Yeah.
I'm confident that we can turn it over.
Yeah, you got to win by 2.
Win by 2 at home at the Emirates, Champions League nights.
You've been putting up big goals.
Big goals. We've got all of our forward options back, basically fit.
Right.
Yeah, I'm confident. Partey's back as well. We've got extra depth there.
Nice.
Yeah, things are looking good for us right now. Can't complain. 8 in a row to start the year. We're top, joint on points, but top on goal difference. Things are going well for Arsenal.
All right. Best of luck.
Let's hope.
We're not in that competition. I can genuinely wish you best of luck.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. The other interesting tie in that competition this week is Barcelona hosting Napoli.
Yeah, massive one.
That tie is at 1-1 from the first leg.
Are they going to who's home?
Barcelona at home.
Barca at home, okay.
Yeah. So that's a tight one, too. Both
Very
clubs
tight.
not at the peak of their powers, but
Yeah.
Napoli seem to be getting it back together a little bit.
Napoli, I think, as a club, in better condition than Barcelona are at this state.
Well, they purged their manager last year. They've been having a tough season, but Yeah, I think they're kind of recovering a little bit, finding their sea legs.
Nice.
But Barcelona,
I like that Napoli team.
Yeah, me too. I want Napoli to come out of that, definitely.
Yeah, me too.
You know.
Although, I wouldn't mind spanking Barca in the Champions League.
There you go, vengeance. Now we're talking.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind handing it to Barca in the Champions League.
Arsenal-Barcelona final.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Barca, I don't think they're getting to the final.
That'd be such a nice alternative to like City Real Madrid, which is what I'm
which
sure
is what everyone
pundit
thinks it's going to be.
Is going to be the final. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I mean, there's still, that's still probably the likely outcome, but I would love to see Arsenal.
Right on.
Either Bayern or Barca. I'd love revenge over both of those clubs.
Yeah.
It's time. Those are demons we need to exercise in the Champions League.
Those Bayern Munichs really smacked Arsenal around for a couple of years.
Bad,
they were like
dude,
3
bad.
years straight you drew them, right?
Yeah.
And they just beat you
It was
up.
like they were toying with us. When they did give us goals, I swear they were just toying with
That
us.
was the strongest Bayern Munich we've ever seen.
Yeah, they were
in
good.
our
dude.
lifetime.
They
I
were a
think.
really good team.
Yeah. They were.
They have
really,
some
really
serious
strong.
legends on that in that squad.
For sure, dude.
But yeah, Champions League, I'm loving it.
Yeah. Let's take a back alley to hipster Champions League.
Yeah.
Talk a little Europa League. West Ham are a goal down. They host Freiburg, who I think are a cool hipster German club also that I should follow.
Right?
You know, I'm going to include them in the cluster
In
of
the cool
clubs
German
that
clubs?
I potentially follow.
Right.
It's like Augsburg, Freiburg, Union Berlin,
All the Bergs.
and that's it.
And Wolfsburg.
Stuttgart, maybe. Wolfsburg's corporate owned. You can't like them. They're the evil team. They're like the Man City of Bundesliga.
Yeah, that sucks.
Even though they're shit. It does suck because they have the best. They have great
because
kits.
they have good Volkswagen kits.
Yeah. Stuttgart should do Porsche kits.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be sick.
But anyway, West Ham.
Can they turn it around?
I don't
Jared
know.
Bowen.
Jared. It's more David Moyes right now. It's more team chemistry. They look
Yeah,
a
what's
mess
going
again.
on?
They look like West Ham just falls apart every so often.
Yeah, they just have these periods of just chaos.
Where they just decay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a good team. They look really good at times.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they look unbelievable.
Right.
And then you're like, who is this team when they show up and just get their asses handed to them by somebody?
It's true.
Like, no effort from the team.
I mean, if we're being fully honest, the real mystery of this tie is Freiburg. We don't know anything about them.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't say anything about them, really.
But I think I'm going to be pulling for them.
Them over West Ham?
Yeah, I think so. You know, there's an expansion of the Champions League happening next year.
Yeah.
And 2 leagues are going to get another slot.
Oh, shit.
There's a 5th spot up for grabs. And as it stands, I think Italy and Spain are getting it, not England.
That's nuts.
So we should be.
So we actually need
technically
West Ham to
hoping
win.
for our English teams to progress as much as possible.
Yeah, so we get the 5th spot.
So we get the 5th spot. Although on the other hand, I'm like, do we want it? I don't want Man United to sneak into 5th and get a Champions League spot. I'll be so butthurt about that if that happens.
That's right. Damn.
So, but Liverpool are favorites to win the Europa League, so that'll be that would theoretically be a big boost to this.
Absolutely.
The coefficient.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of Liverpool, first leg they went 5-1 against Sparta Prague. That was
Cruising.
in Prague, so I expect Klopp to play the kids in the second leg.
Yeah, rotate heavily for this one.
Yeah, for sure. That's Europa League. That's all I got for that. I know there are more fixtures, but
Yeah.
we didn't mention Brighton.
Brighton all but out.
Brighton all but out. Roma thrashed them 4-0 in Rome.
Brighton really kind of crumbling.
De Zerbi admits they weren't ready for Europe.
Yeah.
He thinks they were a little naive.
I think he's one of the. You could see Brighton as one of those classic clubs that like gets into Europe and it really derails both parts of their
You're
season.
like, oh shit, this is way more complicated to manage.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah.
And
you could see De Zerbi struggling with it a bit.
Yeah, it's an adjustment.
But hard lessons to learn.
Right?
Brighton are still a good team and they're not going anywhere.
Nah, dude, I love Brighton. Good team, good club.
Yeah.
Until
well
Chelsea
run.
picks them completely up to the
Chelsea's
ground.
desperately trying to pick them to pieces.
Right?
Bastards.
Well, Alex,
Is that about it?
you got anything else?
I don't think so. I got nothing. No? You want to give us some round twigs?
Nah, he doesn't like to be out, Mike.
No, he's a shy boy. Gravy's, on the other hand, I'm surprised he's not in here causing trouble.
Do you want to make a pod appearance? I'll turn off my mic and scoop you up like a
Yeah,
baby.
get a little shot of Twigs. Let's get a little demonstration of the Twigs baby hold. We'll see how receptive he is to it. Look at that boy.
This cat loves being
This is content right here. He loves it so much. It's so funny. Twigs.
What do you think, buddy?
Oh, it's the one time he loves that more than anything.
Should we end the podcast?
Yeah, I think this should probably wrap it up. Play us out with this, Twigs. Play us out. Run the credits, dudes.
Okay.
Run the credits with Mr. Twigs. Play him like an accordion. Good job, Mr. Twigs.
That was Twigs, and this was Soccer Situations, episode 43.
Thanks for joining us,
Yeah,
y'all.
thanks for joining us, y'all. Like, subscribe on YouTube, Instagram. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/soccer situations. It's only $5. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.